Yeah, so I guess when it comes down to making that plan, what would you say are some of the first steps that you could do?
Well, the first step I've seen a lot of people do, and I've kind of joked about this a little bit, but it's kind of a sad joke, is they're hit and they go to Google and search on how do I recover from how do I restore my backups? Then they find out their backups don't work. But the key here is really practice, 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 and documenting it and building what we often call a playbook. The playbook is like a script that outlines this is what you're going to do. It may not be scripted down to the exact word, but it'll cover things like go to your safe deposit box and grab last week's full backup, or go to your Azure blob storage and grab those last immutable full backups, bring them down, and do things like restoring them. Documenting the whole process and testing it as you go so that you're never in a position where you're having to just kind of figure it out for the first time. Practice recovery drills to ensure minimum downtime. One client we worked with a few years ago, we had once a week, we would have a tabletop disaster recovery scenario where it was during a meeting. We'd take about 15 minutes of that meeting time, and I would present, here's a scenario. And everything from ransomware to failed drives to other things like that. And then the whole team would verbally work through it. Nobody would actually be online doing the restores, but they would verbally work through it so that it was fresh in their mind that if that disaster hit, you'd be ready to recover from it. So practice it with actually real restores, but also practice it on like tabletop discussion.
Yeah, so like when you're in elementary school and you do the practice fire drills or the earthquake drills.
Oh yeah. And I guess I'm fortunate that I never had to I never experienced a real fire or a real earthquake when I was going to school. But yeah, we practiced those. We practiced those things, and we knew everyone was ready for it. So yeah, just like that. So our approach to our to ransomware recovery is that if you've been hit with ransomware and you're not prepared, it's probably too late. You're in a world of hurt at that point. So it's all about being proactive ahead of time before you're hit with ransomware. Assess the backup integrity and make sure that you've got things so that if you are hit, you're going to be able to recover. Practice restoring the databases without paying the ransom when possible. One scenario that I've seen more than once with people who've contacted me after they've been hit with ransomware is they're giant data files. I mean, if you've got a data file that's like a terabyte or several terabytes in size, apparently these ransomware developers did not do the best job doing testing and QA on them, and they have a lot of problems decrypting those really big files. So even if you pay the ransom, oftentimes you will not get your bigger database files back. We had one example of this where we had worked with a client. I'd really pushed for offsite backups. They got hit with ransomware. It was a small manufacturing company, and it took them about an hour. They called me as soon as they got hit. We got on the phone, worked it together, and we were able to pull in their offsite backup, and within about an hour, get them back up and running with their business continuity plan. So basically, you want to collaborate and have people available so that when you do get hit, that you've got the right team in place in order to deal with it, in order to get things running again.
Thanks for watching. I'm Steve, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like it, please click the thumbs up icon. And if you want to subscribe, click subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to get notified when we have new videos. All right, have a great day.